All right, this is going to be the fourth time I'm starting this. I don't know what is going on. So I apologize for this box being around me. Let me make myself bigger. Sorry. So welcome everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Cindy. I am the modern day spiritual advisor. I use multiple modalities, including tarot, to help you on your path. Again, I apologize for this box around me. I have this camera, and it's a nice camera, and I don't know how to work it all the way. Anyway, so are you guys behaving yourself today? Y'all are so funny. You had me cracking up with these with the comments. For those of you that don't know, yesterday I had a, well, let's just say I had to put some rules down, okay? And so I really love and appreciate that you guys are supporting me. This had to do with timestamps. You can go back and look at yesterday's video. But I was in my Saggy side, and y'all have to remember I'm an indigo, so sometimes that happens. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about Venus. I apologize, I need to get something to drink. Today we're going to be talking about Venus and how it moves into each. So it's moved into Gemini. So I'm going to talk about how that will affect each one of you. So Venus is the planet of love, luck, and money. And so but when it moves into a house, it has to play by the house's rules, right? And so since it's moved into Gemini, I love it when it moves into Gemini, because that means that particular sign, well, for me, because I'm a Gemini sun, but that whatever house it moves into, it blesses that particular sign with beauty, with love, with luck, like on them, right? And so when Venus moves into Gemini, Geminis look beautiful, like, or if it was to move into Cancer, Cancers would like have this air about them. They would just look beautiful. So I like when Venus moves into Gemini for that reason, but that's kind of vain, right? Anyway, so it's going to be, it moves into everybody's house. It's moved into Gemini house, but what area of life is that for you? And so the way the house in which it moves in, it has to express itself in that way. So it kind of has to play by Gemini's rules. Well, Gemini is kind and sweet, and yes, they can be scattered, but kind and sweet and loving and very light and airy, and they laugh a lot and they smile a lot. And also Gemini knows how to see all sides of a situation. They also love to research, so they can get really involved in something until they absolutely envelop themselves and then learn all about it. So that's a great thing for Gemini, or a great thing in that sign. And so Venus, when it comes in there, is going to be behaving or blessing you in those sorts of manners. Gemini has to do with communication, the media, writing, all of that. That's Gemini house. And so Venus can come in there and express itself or give you love, luck, and money in those ways, right? Processing. So being like with Mercury, Gemini likes to process things. And so Venus can come in there and process. Like if you've been processing, Venus can give you gifts in that, or give you love, or give you money, or give you love, luck, and money in that. So that's just a little bit about how it's going to be expressing itself. That kind of gives you a clue about how it will be expressing itself. But let me make this smaller so that you guys can see what I'm talking about when I go over each sign. So I think we're going to do that. Yeah, sorry about that. And again, kind of don't know what I'm doing with this camera. Sorry. All right, so Gemini. So this is Venus, and Venus has moved into your sign in your house. And so Venus also transits 1 to 2 months. Okay, so depending on how it goes, it can transit 1 to 2 months into a house, right? And so with it being in Gemini's house, that's your identity. So you Gemini ascending, that's your identity. If you look at it from your sun, that's your conscious mind. If you look at it from your moon, that's your emotional mind, or your emotional connection to the world. Okay, so with Venus moving into Gemini, you could be experiencing this has to do with you, with where you're going, where you've been, what you want to do, how you want to expand. Are you ready for a partner? Are you ready for more money? Are you ready for a different position? Are you ready to do more in the world? Like, this is what you'll be if you've been investigating that, or if it's on your path to have these things to expand you. Then Venus comes in and blesses you with more money, with luck, with, like, I can see where, you know, Gemini could like go buy a lottery ticket or buy a scratch off, and then like they get lucky. But Gemini's already lucky. The Geminis are really lucky. Sometimes they don't feel like it, but they are really lucky. So they're naturally lucky. So Venus can come and bless you with more love. With love, first of all, if you haven't had any, or if you've sort of been denying yourself love because you're doing other things, Venus can come in here and bless you with that, with love, luck, and money. Okay, so that's how it's going to express itself. If you've been working in the media, or writing, or vlogging, or blogging, or if you've been working with clientele, if you've been trying to make something bigger, maybe a business, it could bless you with more money with that. Also, because you're so alluring and beautiful right now, Gemini, you can't go wrong. Now's the time to ask for that raise. Now's the time to ask for that position. Now's the time to go after that contract. Now's the time to have your clients, you know, pay you more money because you know, you've gotten better. So now's that time to do that. You can't go wrong, Gemini. When Venus blesses you like this, you just can't go wrong. So good luck, Gemini. In your, I was going to say in your second house, sorry, Cancer. So you're right here, Cancer. So this means this is your 12th house. So love, luck, and money will be coming through your 12th house. So your 12th house is about your past, your present, and your future lives. Like where I've been, where I'm at, where I'm going, right? This can also, if you don't believe in past lives or future lives or whatever, this could also be about where I've been when I was young and where I'm going when I'm old, right? Or where I'm at right now. So things that are on your path could be coming through this 12th house. The thing with the 12th house is that you'll want to isolate because you're trying to really figure out, what do I want? What is it that I want? And so if Venus is coming in and trying to bless you in this house, you'll be getting the connection between, like, in your dreams or in your senses, in your feeling. So pay attention when you're trying to make more money, when you're trying to bring love in, or when you're trying to have luck. This is about you sensing it. So it's not about you seeing it, it's about you sensing it. It's like, I sense that I should do this, or I sense that I should do that, or I don't feel right when this happens, or I don't feel, this is what this is about for you. Okay, so but if it's on your path to receive something, you could be receiving love, luck, and money in this. But be aware of your senses. That's what they're telling me. Okay, so that has to do with Cancer in your 12th house. Now Leo, my lovely luscious lions. So Leo, this is going to be in your 11th house of gains. So the 11th house is, it supports the 10th house, which is your life purpose, your reputation, your career, like what you're doing out in the world, how you're engaging in what you came here to do in the world, right? And so with the 10th house, this is where all the gains come from that 10th house. This supports the 10th house. So the 11th house has to do with, like, let me give you an example. If you started a business and need more clients, when this is activated, you'll get more clients. You'll get a bigger network. You'll get a bigger social group, so that your life purpose can be, it supports this, right? So when Venus comes in your 11th house of gains, this means that love, luck, and money could come through here. And it can come in very different ways. Like, you could actually meet a Gemini, or you could meet somebody that's very light. You could meet your partner. You could meet your business partner. You could meet your love partner. You could, maybe you meet a new friend who introduces you to another friend. I apologize for this box. Yeah, maybe you meet a new friend who introduces you to somebody else, and that becomes your life partner. Or maybe you go to a meetup, and then you meet somebody who's like the perfect business partner, and both of you were searching for something, and you found that, right? This is your 11th house of gains. So over the next month, you'll be experiencing this hard work that you've been doing, because your North Node is in your first house. This North Node has had you, like, really investigating you. Like, really investigating you, like, and it's retrograde, so it's like almost obsessive, where you're like, I thought I was doing it right. I want to do it again. Like, let's figure this out. Like, you're really trying to figure out who you are, where you're going. So the work that you've been doing in this, with this 11th house of gains, you're like on the money. You're on the money. That's what I can say, is that you're going to be receiving some things if you haven't already, because we're at 2 degrees in Gemini. Okay, so good luck, lovely luscious lions. All right, my Virgos. Now, my Virgos, this has to do with your 10th house of purpose, your 10th house of stature, reputation, your life purpose, what you came here to do, your career, right? And so with Venus in your 10th house, with Gemini, it's going to be expressing itself in that way. So this is what I'm saying for you guys. I can see where you get better at communicating, you get better at your work, you get better, and more money comes in for you. You could get a raise, you could get that position, you could get the new job, you could get, like, whatever this is that's in your 10th house of purpose, of reputation. Like, maybe you do something that you didn't think was going to go very far, but then it just explodes. That's Venus. Venus wants to bring you love, luck, and money. Okay, and love doesn't have to be just love, romantic relationship. It can be love, like, you know, the love for your job, the love for what you do, the love for helping people, that kind of love. It can expand that for you. So over the next month, your finances should be getting better in your work. Your love should be getting better in your life purpose. Your luck should be getting better. And I can see where some of you would be like, well, maybe, like, most of my life, nothing ever happened. And most of my life, that person always gets the position and I never get the position. Most of my life, this happens and I am always the second one. Like, that's where your luck can change and you actually get it. You actually get it, okay? So, so good luck, Virgo. So my next are my beautiful balancing Libras. So Libra, this is going to be in your 9th house of belief systems. So this house is more about questioning. This house is more about understanding and saying, why do I act this way? Or why do people act this way? Or why is my belief the way that it is? Why, you know, do I need to understand something bigger? Or have I understood something bigger? Or where am I going with this? Like, this is your belief system. But let me say this, with Venus moving in there, if your belief system, if on your path, you're supposed to understand a bigger belief about something that, let me give you an example. So maybe all your life, you've been second, or things never happened, or you always got the short end of the stick, right? And maybe now's the time in your life where you understand that that's not always so. Maybe it's time for your luck to change. Maybe your belief system on your path is so that you understand the expansion of how money comes in, how relationships work, how we are on this earth, how we go from here. Like, if your belief system is to be expanded in that way of understanding, you could have a guru come in, you could have a mentor come in, you can have a friend or maybe a business partner come in, you could have more money coming in, because maybe you came to the belief that, and I would understand, because for the last 2 years you had been trying things and things weren't happening like they used to happen. And so maybe it's time for you to understand that there are just phases, and so your belief system needs to be expanded in that. So maybe you get more things now, maybe somebody comes through, maybe something comes through, maybe luck comes through, right? And so that could be happening for you, Libra. Maybe you need to understand that it doesn't have to be hard work. Maybe you need to understand that you can smile and be happy in a relationship or in a friendship or in your life. Like, maybe that's your belief. That's what you're coming to understand, right? So good luck, my beautiful balancing Libras. All right, next are my Scorpios. So I want to make sure I'm doing this all right. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. That's what I thought. So Scorpio, if you count back, Venus is moving into your 8th house of power and transformation. Now, Scorpio, this is your house. You are the ruler of this house. This is about power. This is about getting your power back, transforming, understanding, right? This is about other people's money. So when Venus comes in here, you could be getting that loan, getting that grant, getting an inheritance, getting a new love. If it's about you being transformed and understanding, then Venus can bless you with love, luck, and money in this. And so it will come in a very Gemini way, a very light way, a very processed way. So for you, I feel like, because you guys are the masters of going in, and I always think of you as the rising phoenix. You go in and then you come out, right? You go in, you process, and then you come out new. So I feel like with this house being activated and it being your house anyway, and with Jupiter here that you've been working so hard in and so deep in and really trying to understand and not doing it halfway and really trying to figure out, why do I act the way I do? Why do people do these things to me? Why did I have to go through all of this? Like really understanding all that, and it's been hard on you guys. I can see where Venus blesses you in this 8th house of transformation, where you understand your power and you know that you're going to do this next thing, and you understand that you don't have to be without, and you don't have to be put down or treated in any way. Like I can see you getting your power back. Oh, it gives me chills because I can see you getting your power back. So good for you, Scorpio. I can see where you're going to be blessed in this. So congratulations. All right, so my beautiful Saggies, this is going to be in your 7th house of relationships, 7th house of, this is a mirroring house. This is the house where you understand your boundaries and you understand relationships better. And so if you're ready, I can see where if you're ready, somebody can come through. The love of your life can come through if you've been working and this is what you're wanting. And the love of your life means somebody that understands, I need my space, and I need to travel, and I don't need anybody telling me what to do, but I want to be with somebody because I want to be with them. Like, if that's the love of your life, then that can come through. Remember, Venus wants to bless you with love, luck, and money. And so maybe you get a partnership, not just in romantic love, but maybe you get a business partner to be able to expand your business. Maybe you get that, because this is about relationships, not just love relationships, but all sorts of relationships. And if you've been putting your boundaries down, which you've been really working on that, putting your boundaries down and saying, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. Like, those people could come in. More money could come in. A person could come in to give you a raise. Somebody could come in to give you a new position. Somebody can come in to give you that new contract. This has to do with your boundaries and relationships. And so Venus wants to bless you in that area. So congratulations, Saggy. I'm telling you, I love this Venus and Gemini. It's going to, again, come in a very Gemini way where it's light and it's not like somebody's taking from you. It's very kind to you. Very kind is what I'm seeing. It's very kind to you. So, my beautiful Saggies, you guys work and work and work, and I see you where you forget, like, oh, well, this thing actually does happen. Because you already believe that it does, and then you just keep working, and then when the time comes, you're like, oh yeah, this is what I was trying to manifest. So, I can see where you can get some prizes, some surprises like that. All right. So next are my beautiful Cappies. So Capricorn, this is going to be in your 6th house of daily routine and health. Now, if it's time for you to get some help in your daily routine, which I kind of think it is, because you guys are overworked and kind of like, what's the word? I kind of feel like you're drained. That's what I'm feeling like. I've been feeling like that all week for you guys. So Venus wants to come in here and bless your daily activities with love, luck, and money. She wants to bless your daily activities. She wants to bless your health, so you could be feeling better. You could be sensing better. You could be receiving some money in your daily activity. You could be receiving some help. You could be receiving a new love that's going to be like in your daily routine. You could be receiving, like, if you own your own business, maybe you're getting more clients. That's going to be expanded. Again, it's love, luck, and money. And it's not a heavy thing. I keep getting this, is that with Gemini, it's a very light. It means it's going to be stable, but it's very light and it's not so heavy. Like, I don't know how to explain this. It's, let me just say this. They keep saying it's very kind. It's very kind in the way that it comes in, okay? So it's not like this rush, but it's very kind in the way that it comes in, okay? So good luck, Capricorn. I know you have the Saturn, Pluto, and Mars in here, and so it's about time y'all receive some stuff. All right, so my beautiful Aquarians, this is going to be in your 5th house of romance and creativity, 5th house of love affairs. So Venus is going to be in your 5th house of love affair. I see this for some, not everybody, but I do see this for some of you Aquas. You do have a Gemini coming. But it's time for you to laugh. It's time for you to play. It's time for you to be lighter. So you have a Gemini coming for some of you. That's the love. The luck and the money is with whatever you're creating. I see that you get inspired so that your money comes in, so that your luck comes in. I see that you're getting really inspired. That's how Venus is blessing you, is like, I can see you writing, and I can see you really doing your, I don't know, like some of you may have a business like mine, like where you vlog or where you blog or some sort of media. That I see that, and so I see that expanding, so that I see that you're inspired and in a good space, and then money starts flowing in, and then the luck flows in, and like you happen to be at the right place at the right time, and that's kind of what I'm seeing. But I'm also seeing love for you too. I'm seeing a love affair. So congratulations, Aqua. Just keep your eye on the prize. And don't make me yell at you. All right, my beautiful Pisces. This is going to be in your 1, 2, 3, your 3rd house of communication, right? I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Your 4th house. Let me get that right. So this is going to be in your 4th house of your lineage, your DNA, your where you come from, where you come from here, where you come from before here, where you come from after here. Like, this has to do with your lineage, with those that came before you. So I can see for you guys where, like, maybe it's on your path that your lineage, your great-great-great-great-grandfather or grandmother did the hard work, and now you get to reap the benefits of it. That's what I see for you Pisces. Love, luck, and money. Maybe you in past lives did all the maybe you had some lives where you didn't have a love. Maybe you had some lives where you experienced life alone, and so because of your lineage, I can see where love comes in for you, and that partner comes in for you, so that you can spend the rest of your life understanding what it's like to have a relationship with somebody, like a deep marriage relationship. So that could be coming in. You have more money coming in if you've been focused on that. If it's part of your path to be able to come, like you did all the work, or maybe you had plenty of lifetimes where you were very poor, and so now is the time in your lineage for you to understand what it is to be abundant, right? I see that coming in, and I see luck coming in. I see like you really being connected to yourself, or being connected to your higher self, and saying, you know what, maybe I should go here and not here. And you go there, and then you meet somebody, and it changes your life. Like, that comes in. Maybe you get the position that you've been trying to get, because the luck is on your side, right? And so I can see where that expands for you. So congratulations, Pisces. Now, Aries, my ride or dies. So Aries, this is going to be in your first, second, third, in your 3rd house, okay? So your 3rd house is the house of Gemini. It's the house of communication. It's the house of media and writing and all of that. And so when Venus comes in there, if your job is in any of that, I can see where you get more money. I can see where you get a promotion. I can see where this is expanded for you. Also, I can see through your work, or through some media, or through some writing or something, where you meet a partner, or you meet somebody to start dating. Maybe you're not ready for a partner, but maybe you just want to date. I can see where that's coming in through your 3rd house. And luck too. Like, I can feel like some of you were like, I want this position, but I'll never get it. And then, like, you get lucky and you get it, okay? So I can see where that comes in through your 3rd house, but especially if you're doing any sort of media, any sort of writing, any sort of, if you've been processing in this too, if you've been, like, really taking note of, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, this is why my past relationships didn't work, this is what I'm ready for. Like if you've been processing, I can see the third house coming. I can see someone coming in through that third house for you. That's not everybody, but it kind of depends on where you are in the phase of your life. So also, all of these new starts that you've done, Aries, they're just telling me all these new starts that you've done, I can see luck coming through in them, and like something coming through. Some, like maybe you started a new, I don't know, a new company. Maybe you started a new line of something, or maybe you started a new something. Whatever you started, you're going to get luck in that. And something's coming through in that, through your third house. Okay. They wanted me to mention that. All right. So last, but certainly not least, are my Taurians. All right, Taurus. So this is going to be in your second house. The second house is your value system. So this has to do with the value of your identity, and this has to do with finances, and this is your house, Taurus. You are the second house. So when Venus moves in, it was in your house of identity. Now, those things that you worked on, those things that you figured out, when Venus came in and helped you understand, and you were looking better, and you were feeling better, and you made the action that you needed to make, and this is more like it's moving into your second house to support all the stuff that you started while Aries was doing its thing, right, in your 12th house. All these things that you were working on, those are going to be coming through in this next month. Those are going to be like forming into physical manifestations for you. So that could mean more money. That could mean the new position. Maybe you wanted to start a position, but it wasn't coming through, and guess what? It's going to come through. Maybe your luck changes, and like, maybe you wanted to buy a car, but you couldn't find the right car, and like now it comes through, and not only do you find the right car, but you have plenty of money to get that car. I can see where that comes through. So this has to do with your finances. This has to do with whatever supports what you started, or what the new starts that you've done in this like last month or month and a half. Be aware of those getting more expanded, because it's expanding your second house, which is the value you put to your identity. So these things that you've been working on, the actions that you've taken, even if you've had delays, even if things weren't working out, they're going to start coming through now. Okay. All right, my beautiful ones. I think that's it. So I hope I explained Venus well enough for you guys. You've got some good things coming. Again, it has to do with the phase of your life and what that's about. And so if you guys are interested, I am going to start doing a service where I do a tarot and your natal chart for you, so that we can sort of see if you want to, what's going on now with the tarot and with the astrology. So I don't have that service up yet, but I am going to be doing that service. But you can always go to my website, yourindigopath2.com. Look at my services. And also, don't forget about my new, I finally came out with the Love You, Love You, Love You line of shirts and cups and mugs and all kinds of stuff. And I have the Zodiac Signs shirts and cups and hats and all kinds of stuff. So go to Your Indigo Path 2. I'll have the description and the link down below. And I will do, if I get a chance, I'll be able to do the dailies for tomorrow. If not, you can consider these the dailies. All right. Love you, love you, love you. Bye.